Good afternoon, everyone, and hope everyone's had a good weekend. I just wanted to go over a couple of things. As you all know, we have a busy week, next 2 weeks coming up, especially with our apartment complex. So I want to go over a couple of things. It would be easier to do a quick message than trying to type all this out. First thing is I did give some information, or we gave some information middle of the week about the apartments. Um, Several of you have been selected to work them. I think a lot of you have already got your schedules. In a couple hours, if not already, Michelle's going to add you to a group chat. Those that are going to be working the apartments at the Central House or 110. And that's how we'll communicate about apartment things over the next 2 weeks. Also, with regards to the apartments, we're starting those up tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be somewhat of a light day, getting to know what to do and what's going on. We're going to have some to clean, I think, at each location, but we really won't kick into the major cleaning of those until probably Tuesday. Remember, the managers over there, the ones that are running it, are Mandy. She's going to be at the Central House, and Kara's going to be at 110. They're the ones that are in charge, and then you all will be grouped into teams. Most of you will be team leaders because, as you know, we've hired, or we're having contract labor folks come in and help us out. A few former employees. We do have some folks that are that have applied for the job, that are going to be working with us, and that may stay on with us after these accounts. We've had that happen, it seems like every year. When we've done these, we've had a few folks stay after. So we'll have some of those. And then we're just going to have folks that are working it for the 2 weeks, and that'll be it. So we're going to have a diverse group of folks. But I'm counting on you all, the employees of Mandy's Cleaning Service, that are going to be working on to do a really good job and help these folks that haven't worked with us in the past or don't know how we do things, to show them how to do stuff. It's going to be a quick learning curve. Once you do a couple of these, the ones for those of you that haven't done it before, you'll catch on pretty quick. If I can do them, you can do them. And I'll be at the Central House each evening, helping Mandy check and do things, and there'll probably be some days where I'll come in during the middle of the day and see how things are going and help out. So I'm not opposed to clean, and I do it every year, so I'm happy to help out as well. But we hopefully will have a lot of help between you all and the contract laborers. I'm hoping we have enough workforce to handle as we put in the message middle of the week. As Mandy said, this is about triple the amount we've done in the past between these two complexes. So it's going to be a lot of work over the next 2 weeks. It's going to be very busy, so we're counting on everybody to really give it their best. And that leads us to the folks that are going to be doing residential. We haven't forgotten about you. I know some of you have 2 to 3 shifts a day, and we're going to be stretching you guys really thin, and I understand that. So I know we usually pay out bonuses to folks that work the apartments. For those that do a really good job, I'm going to look into that for the residential folks too. If you guys are doing really great and no complaints, we'll probably look at doing some bonuses for some of you as well on the residential. Now, some of you will probably get bonuses, as in a few of you may go into overtime working the residential, and if you remember, for those that have never gotten overtime is time and a half. So you'll be making some extra money if you're going to be working a lot of hours and going into overtime. Sometimes at this time of the year, several of you go into overtime, and that's just part of the deal. It's just the way it goes. So we're happy to pay that, but we'll look into the bonus thing for the residential folks as well. For those that do a good job, we might be able to do that. It all depends on how well the residential side does while we're doing this commercial, while we're doing the apartments, and how well the apartments do. All this bonus stuff costs money, and we're happy to pay if we're making good money as a company. So we'll see how it all shakes out over the next 2 weeks. So the next thing after that is With regards to Kara being our field manager, since she's going to be focused at the central house and dealing with the apartments, I'm sorry, not central house, but the 110 and dealing with the apartments. I'm going to ask everybody that's working in the field that are doing residential and commercial accounts during the week, do not contact Kara at all. She's busy focusing on the apartments. So you're going to contact your runners if you need something. Contact Michelle, our office manager, Bonnie, if you need to find out who you need to talk to. Tonda's a great resource as well. She's been with us for over 7 years. She knows the accounts too. So normally when there's an issue, I know you guys contact Kara, but I'm going to ask you not to do that for the next 2 weeks while she's focused on the apartments. Those that are working with her at the apartments, yes, of course you can contact her. But those of you that are doing residential stuff and you have questions or issues come up, contact the runner. I know Ashley and Charlize are both going to do it 1 week, and then the next, as they normally do, they're flipping. So I don't know who's starting off this first week, but Michelle will let everybody know, and that's who I want you to contact first. The runner's going to be out in the field doing their thing, and so stay away. Don't contact Kara. Make sure you contact the runners or Michelle or Tonda if you got specific questions about a house. They'll be able to help you out. Next is our commercial accounts. If you guys remember, we had Michelle Shelley was our runner slash manager of commercial accounts. She's no longer with us. She will be helping us out a little bit at the apartments here over the next couple of weeks, but she doesn't work for us any longer. But we had her, the assistant runner of the commercial accounts. Justine had been doing this for the last month and a half or so, and she's done a really good job. And we wanted to move up someone else too, have like a dual role with that. So Liana has jumped in, and she's helping us out as well. So Justine and Liana are going to be our commercial account runners, managers going forward. So I want you guys that do the commercial accounts to make sure you're listening to them, paying attention to them. They're the ones that are going to be in charge. They're going to be on call during the week, and then both of them will be alternating on Saturdays doing the accounts. Liana just did her like this past Saturday yesterday, and hopefully it went well and she did a good job. But we're gonna have her and Justine running these together for a while and see how that works. So for the folks that are doing commercial accounts, they're your bosses. So if they're helping you at a commercial account or helping you train or showing you things or telling you to fix something, please do it. They're the ones in charge. It's up to them to make sure the commercial accounts are done well, done timely. Commercial accounts are great accounts for Mandy's Clean Service. As you know that I've worked them before in the past. They're not that hard to clean, but commercial owners can get a little picky or get upset if something's not done well. And so, and they will move on very quickly. They'll fire us and find someone else real quick. So they're easy accounts, but they're important accounts, and we want to keep them, and we don't want to lose them. And that's why we have these two helping us run those and managing those. So they're in charge of them. If you're working with them or during the day on a Saturday, they're running around and helping out and checking things and showing you stuff. They're in charge. So if you got anybody has any questions about that, feel free to let me know. So, and if you see them, congratulate them on moving up. Justine and Liana haven't been with us for very long, but it's good to see folks that really have come aboard and really work hard, and we see potential, and we like to move people up. So, and that applies across the board. So we're always looking for openings and things as we continue to grow and where people can jump in for us. One last thing, and then our message will be done. Jennifer who's our assistant training manager or assistant trainer. She's going to be handling the Kirby vacuum maintenance forms. As you guys know, a lot of times I have in my Sunday messages asked for you all to make sure you turn those in every week. We've only had a few people that are consistent with it, And I think the last 2 weeks we've only had a couple people turn them in. And so I'm putting her in charge to harass and bug you guys. If she sees you in the field, or she's going to message you, make sure you turn those in weekly. It's super important. I know most of you probably are cleaning these vacuums out and doing the maintenance on them each week. You're just not making the reports. I know the reports add another minute or two of work. I get it, but it's super important for us as a company to track those things. It helps us keep track of the vacuums, which ones are having problems, which ones are having habitual problems that we may have to pull out of rotation. So I need you guys to work on those reports, do them every week. I think Liana had suggested a while back, either on Monday, the end of the week, or beginning of the week is a good time to make that report and get it out there. It only has to be done once a week, but it's super important for these Kirby vacuums. They're very expensive. They're expensive to maintain, and if we're not treating them well and cleaning them and doing these maintenance things that we require you guys to do, they're going to break down a lot faster and cost the company a lot more money. But Jennifer is going to be in charge of staying on top of those and bugging you guys about turning those forms in every week. So if you get annoyed with her, it's because it's coming from me and coming from the top. So that's going to be part of her job. But I hope she doesn't have to bother you that much, and that you all can do them each week on a consistent basis. Again, it's super important for the company. Those were the couple things I want to talk about. The apartment's coming up. Making sure you don't bug Kara the next 2 weeks if you're not working with her at the apartments. Liana and Justine are going to be our commercial runners, and so they're going to be in charge of the commercial accounts, and along with working with Stacy on those as well. And then Jennifer's role in the vacuum maintenance. So make sure you listen to this message. It's going to be a busy next 2 weeks, everyone. But if anybody has any questions, always feel free to shoot me a message on Connect Teams or any of your managers, and we'll be happy to help you out. So have a good week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.